Down at the center, we got an open mic. So come and enter a world of pure delight. Sign up on the page and become part of the show. Watch as music, comedy, and poetry together flow. Oh, we got it all. So come and make your call at the open mic.
I'm Liz.
And I'm Theory.
Welcome to Decentered Open Mic. We are here at the center every single Sunday from 6 to 9.
This open mic welcomes everything from poetry to stand-up comedy to short films to classical music.
Yeah, we accept all genres, subgenres, domains, kingdoms, phylums, class, order, family, genus, species, subspecies, strain, breed, variety, cultivar, category, subcategory, subversive, sedacious, sedimentary, igneous, metamorphic, open mic.
This is a multimedia, multidisciplinary, multi-generational, multi-ethnic, multicam, multicellular, multi-orgasmic, multi-grain, all-terrain, all-you-can-eat, one-size-fits-all, one for all for one, two for one, limited time, once-in-a-lifetime open mic.
Once in a lifetime, every Sunday.
Yeah. We ask you to keep your performances to 3 minutes or less. So now what does 3 minutes look like? To take the pressure off of you as a performer, we've created a nifty timer in the form of a battery. Just glance at the battery every so often. When the battery runs out, it means let's give it a shot.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bing, 3 minutes on the clock.
All right, and this will appear for you on the teleprompter screen.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see it at all times. Even when you close your eyes, you'll see it. Even when you leave this room, every 3 minutes, you'll feel the drain.
Yeah. How did you folks hear about this open mic?
I heard about it too, Bert.
Oh, how'd you hear about it?
I heard him find it because I've been here a couple times, but I saw it on Eventbrite.
Ah.
Nice. Word of mouth.
And it was good, you came back.
Yeah, he does it awesome.
Thank you. We worry that
I needed that.
Yeah. We worry that we scare people sometimes.
It's nice to be a little scary. Like fear and sexual arousal have the same physiological symptoms.
Ooh.
I'm told.
By your mom told me that.
Yeah. My mom called you up. She was like, make sure he knows that it's not fear, it's attraction.
Face the fear.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are nice denim outfit theory.
Yeah, we're just echoing our Poolside Poets last week with the theme was denim on denim.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Denim is just cotton.
It's just blue cotton.
Yeah, it doesn't come from a special animal, a blue animal.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, we realized denim on denim at Poolside. Seeing everybody in denim on denim made us realize that that is the best outfit.
Yeah.
It's the most optimal outfit.
It's an optimal outfit.
Because jeans are like the universal bottom, so why not wear denim on top? And then
Do you remember when Levi's had that like black jeans campaign? It was like, it was mind-blowing.
Black jeans matter?
It was just like black, no, this is like from the 90s. It was just like, Levi's has like black jeans now. Or is it hard jeans?
Hard.
It was like the hard or black. Don't take the bait.
Dot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just cotton.
Cotton, it's just cotton.
Yeah, I remember when pre-ripped jeans became a phenomena, and it was like, people were like horrified.
Yeah.
Like people had like
somebody in a sweatshop had to rip those jeans.
Yeah, and it was like it was this whole commentary on like overconsumption and yeah. Have you ever ripped jeans from wearing them so much?
No, I've never had a pair of ripped jeans.
I've actually ripped my jeans from wearing so much. I've also ripped people's jeans.
Oh yeah.
Deliberately.
I should have made some sexual things like from kneeling.
Sometimes it's fun to rip somebody's. Why take your pants off when you can rip them off?
Like a stripper? You're under arrest.
Yes. Levi's really needs to do a pair of a tear-off pants campaign.
Yeah.
They're a local company. We can give them this feedback.
That's true. They are a local company and they're involved in politics.
Yeah, the mayor. Now, I'd like to see him in some pre-ripped jeans.
Oh yeah. How about jorts?
Yes.
How about
Jorts are a form of ripped jeans.
how about a jean burqa? Okay, time's out.
Before we can suggest an even worse form of denim. Give it up for Rob, everybody!
A minister, a priest, and a rabbi go on tour. This is not a joke. This is actually a memorable part of American history. I am going to be doing a song called National Brotherhood Week. And how it started out was in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, it was a movement for diversity and tolerance. They couldn't talk about race because that was too hot button, so they decided to focus on religion. And they sent out threesomes of a minister, a priest, and a rabbi, different sets of them all over the country. And it was quite successful. And they talked about, they joked and they talked, and it was very successful, like for 20, 30 years. At the end of this song, I need something from you. When I point to you, I need you all to shout, "Oy vey." Oy vey. All right, here we go. Oh, the white folk hate the black folk, and the black folk hate the white folk. To hate all but the right folk is an old established rule. But during National Brotherhood Week, Ted Cruz and Oprah are dancing cheek to cheek. It's fun to memorialize people you despise as long as they don't let them in your school. Oh, the poor folk hate the rich folk, and the rich folk hate the poor folk. All of my folk hate all your folk. It's American as apple pie. But during National Brotherhood Week, New Yorkers love the Puerto Ricans because it's very chic to stand up and shake the hand of somebody you can't stand. You can tolerate them if you try. Oh, the Protestants hate the Catholics, and the Catholics hate the Protestants, and the Hindus hate the Muslims, and everybody hates the Jews. But during National Brotherhood Week, be nice to, everyone smile at one anotherhood week. Be nice to people who are inferior to you. It's only for a week, so have no fear. Be grateful that it doesn't last all year. Thank you.
Can we have some poetry? Theory, do you want to find us some poetry on here?
Searching for poetry. Let's have a poem from Colin.
Welcome, Colin!
So I'd like to do a wonderfully geeky poem by a Bay Area writer, Emlyn Henrian, An Ode to Evolution. Sing hey to evolution that taught dumb mud to sing. Old rock never thought about what time might bring. But once reproduction got its running start, add time, life, chance, and now look, we've got art. From a little piece of mud. And what more did it take? Some bubbles boiled and some did not break, just long enough for a process that chanced to copy itself. So the process advanced. At random mutations from error or sun, most of them fatal, but now and then one gave an advantage to a cell or its kids. Run enough iterations, you get katydids. Each generation's much like the last, but those whose code takes a luckier cast, making them faster, tougher, smart, or otherwise catching a little head start, had a better chance to live and breed more kids, so its genes could proceed. So faster, tougher, smarter, big, the tree of life spreads out each twig. Life began from tiny things, evolved its way to feet and wings, one cell to two, from two to more, sprawling into forms galore, some with flagella, some with fins, some transparent, most with skin, some with eye spots, some with eyes, billions of forms from a Google of tries. From squirmers to swimmers, from floaters to flyers, we live and seek, though each expires. With or without a bony spine, those that parent continue the line. Thanks, Dad, for carrying on the thought that begun with mud's first thought. For giving a chance to another mind, with genes and setting anew combined. Each life comes up from so many lives past, with few that survive while the many died fast. Each life is a view from another place, in time and sense, and genes and face. And I'm glad of the view that I get from here, full of people and things that I hold dear, with eyes that can see and ears that can hear, and a mind driven more by hope than fear. Sing hey to evolution that taught dumb mud to sing, to dance, swim and climb, and to fly on clay wings. And billion parents brought on today's choir, with mud churned to singing by water and fire. Thank you.
Do you think humans are evolving backwards?
I actually had the same thought. What would it take, just as a thought experiment, what would it take for us to like evolve, because you only evolve forward, but like evolve to a form that looked like, you know, bacteria? If we just like got dumber, dumber and dumber, and then like abandoned language, became like apes again. It just kept going and kept getting dumber and dumber until we ended up single-celled organisms.
Yeah, from incel to single cell.
Yeah.
A hobbit's tale. Blake Sugarman!
Some of you may know me as a poet, but I'm also a performance artist. And I have a new show called Cosmic Hiccups and the Crocodile Below, which I'm going to be performing tomorrow night at the Marsh Theater on Valencia and 22nd. And so I'm going to do a little bit of text for you from the show tonight, but I want to emphasize that the actual show is more surreal than what I'll be doing here behind a microphone. A previous show of mine was billed as stand-up existentialism stumbling through the looking glass, and I think that's kind of an apt description of this one as well. So anyways, without any further ado, here's a little bit of a taste of it. When I was a kid, my parents hired a house cleaner at one point. They both worked, 2 little kids, one less thing to deal with, right? But after the first day on the job, the cleaning lady left a note that said she could never come to our house again. It was against her Catholic faith, she explained, to associate with people who practice black magic and devil worship. Now, what gave her the impression we were practicing black magic and devil worship? Well, it might have been the crystal ball in our basement, or the black cat statue, or the really creepy Javanese mask that's red and has a mustache and fangs and is positioned next to the crystal ball and black cat statue. Who's to say? But I think the bookshelf filled with titles about magic might have had something to do with it. Now, why do we have a bookshelf filled with titles about magic, you ask? Well, that is because my dad is a magician. The other kind of magician. An illusionist, if you will. Now, to be clear, my dad is not a professional magician, but it's been a lifelong passion for him. He is a psychologist, so he's interested in it from that angle as a study of perception and lack thereof. But he knows countless effects, and if you ask him, he'll show you. And as a wee lad, I frequently asked. So I was treated to all kinds of impossibilities. Coins went through tables and balls through cups, and a playing card with my signature on it got torn to bits, then rematerialized. Such were the magical rituals of my childhood home. And while I was not being indoctrinated into devil worship, I did learn a lesson that some find threatening. You see, at a very young age, I got used to something strange. Witnessing events which I knew hadn't happened. Not the way they seemed to have happened anyway, because I knew they were tricks. My dad told me so. Sometimes he even showed me how they were done. So at a very young age, I internalized this notion that things might not be as they appear. That there could, in fact, be another explanation, which might not ever occur to you, but did occur to someone. Or maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't occur to anyone. Maybe it just happened that way in the vast unfolding of time and space, and our minds assembled a story in response, a plausible story, a story which was not completely lacking in evidence, but was, nevertheless, completely wrong. All right. That's a little taste of it. Thank you.
My name is Roman. Super excited to have you all here tonight. I'm going to be reading some original poetry. Flash some honey in the pan while the sun is out. Going to migrate the wound with a little bit of wind from your hair. Although every time I do that, the wind seems to drag the earth slowly along with it. A glint, a brilliance, just envelops you in a warm cloud every time you think about the end of a season where you start to wonder and tell yourself that everything is by your side. The blanket, motherly earth resting, her granite dawn, the morning next December, the kiss you haven't received yet that lets you tremble a few steps on the mud, gathering at the rock, starting to levitate. In the present, the tide is swirling back, looking for something to believe in. After that, let this evening be the moment. I rinse myself in moonlight, and the sparkle in your eye whispers to itself into the fray of visceral and achingly tender pale beyond all things. Thank you. That was my first one. And my second one is 15 pounds of flour to the grave is all it takes. There's nothing more that can prepare you for a remedial match with God than 2 shoes and a rhythmless spar with the clock. Moments later, the chrysalis here stops growing because the olive trees in Gaza are dying of thirst. Even a dead tree has a root or two, but nobody is counting until the day the knot twists out of the crepuscular debris because your heart was light enough to slip through. Somehow, the lampshade is no longer covering the stream in which the wasteland of war receives through the silence. Sometime, you're praying that this all begins to make sense one day, once this lecture on peace ends at the drought below the altar of our indolence. A somewhat warm feeling is when your suffering ends and my suffering ends, and we all help each other get free, so that the children from Lebanon to Sudan free each other, and a Picayune thought sharpens the tip of the arrow. Somewhere, back home, there is a lemma at the end of time where God's heartbreak is ours because my back was heavy enough to carry you. Thank you. Oh. Yeah. I want you to stop watering the plants and stop them from talking to one another. I want you to jump into the abyss of ire and come out of it alive, unchanged. I want you to go tell every elder and every newborn what you think should happen to create harmony in this world. I want you to close the door forever from your lover's house and stop yourself from ever being heartbroken. I want you to talk about the names of your future children with someone you may never see again. I want you to sing a song when there's no one left to sing to. I want you to go share your enthusiasm about things you care about with a group of strangers that you've never met. I want you to tell God these are your dying children. I want you to allow God to walk away mercifully. I want you to admit that you've given up and there's nothing left here for you to understand. I want you to go back in time to when you were born and tell your parents how they could have raised you differently. 2 months from now, you'll be back home, and I want you to forget how much it hurt. A child is crying for your help as you hold them in your arms. I want you to go find them and lay them to rest. Thank you.
Hello everyone. This is Cassie Zhao. I am what you get if you order Ali Wang on Temu. Do we have anyone who is bipolar? I was asking my therapist if I'm bipolar, because one night I want to marry my boyfriend, the next morning I want to kill him. My therapist said, no, it's not bipolar, it's just your period. And my therapist told me very important symptoms of being bipolar is like a short-term memory loss and hallucination. Did I mention that I don't have a boyfriend? Last Christmas, my best Chinese girlfriend in the city told me she found out her boyfriend in the past year was dating another 6 Chinese women at the same time.
Oh no.
I was like, how can I comfort her? I was like, Adam is a white dude. Maybe he thought he was dating the same person. He just cannot tell us apart. But I got so inspired from Adam. As I'm a recruiter for a tech company. I think like in our coming interviews, we're going to add one more question to every engineer or just guy interviewees. Have you ever cheated on your girlfriend or your wife? How did you keep them both unknown? If your answer is no, I am a very loyal guy. I'm sorry you're out. We're looking for someone who's good at multitasking. We have so many girls here. Have you ever heard there's a Facebook group? It's called Are We Dating the Same Guy?
Yes.
Yeah. I once got a DM on Facebook. A girl said, do you know that you went on 2 dates with my boyfriend? I replied, do you know your boyfriend was married for 2 years? Yeah, so that guy actually lied to both of us. But I was not mad that he lied to me. As long as he paid the bill, it's fine. I was mad because his wife is also from China, looks like me, went to the same college as me, and she is a very successful doctor in Cupertino. Well, I have to tell jokes for free to a bunch of people every night. And some people don't even laugh. That's so unfair. Before I go, I just want to say that I need to drive to another comedy show. If you need a ride, let me know, because people call me a triple threat on Highway 101. Asian, female, no license. Thank you so much. This is Cassie Zhao. You can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Cassie Z with letter C, Cassie Z bitch. Thank you so much.
Cassie Zhao! That was legendary. Thank you so much. I also don't have a license. Neither do you.
Yeah.
No license. We're the triple threat.
Should we do a cross-country road trip?
Yes. Let's make a comedy out of it.
Yeah.
Yes, travel YouTube channel, amazing. I'm here for it, Theory. Let's go. We've always wanted to take our open mic on the road.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll get a gun.
Betsy, give it up for Betsy.
So I'm super blessed and super excited to be here. I actually brought my own puppet. Would you guys like to meet her? Yeah, awesome. Okay. So this is Liliana. Liliana, how are you enjoying yourself? I'm doing real good, thanks, Betsy. I'm so excited. The talent here is so amazing. But gosh golly, Betsy, I notice you're real sad all the time, and you talk about it a lot. I'm really sorry. I know I can come off a little strong, and I don't mean to offend anyone. But yeah, I get a little. No! Don't ever apologize for your emotions. I always let people know I am who I am, and I'm gonna be this bitch forever. That's really brave. It's not bravery. It's self-acceptance. Too many people think that if you change yourself,
then good things will come. But it's the opposite. It's being happy in the things that you do, giving space for your emotions, and self-acceptance. And I always, like I said, I'ma be this bitch forever. Well, say it with me.
It's how do you say it so confidently though?
It's just something that has to come from within you. And you gotta say it loud and be really proud. And don't look back.
Cause I'ma be this bitch forever. Yeah, loving my flaws is the true endeavor. And I can see you cringe when I cry. Yeah, people fading faster than my hair dye. Oh, poor baby. Do I scare you? These tears are of a fucking breakthrough. So sorry, bro, I'm not pretending. And my vibe is only ascending. Yet the picture's more clear than a Sony. I ain't got playback and just one channel. But there's nothing that this bitch can't fucking handle. And as I once confessed, I get real depressed. But I refuse to let my words go unexpressed. And you can call these flaws, but I'ma be raw. And write my feelings like my girl Carrie Bradshaw.
Give it up for Theory, everybody. In addition to being an open mic host, Theory is a writer who has an MFA. He is a filmmaker, video editor, reincarnation of a robber baron who was murdered by his
my business partner, yeah.
By his business partner's ex-wife, lover.
Yeah, it was actually not a business-related murder. I have a bunch of poems. The first one is called Interpretations. I turn on the kitchen light, and a large safety orange-colored cockroach scuttles toward me. And I think that represents my fear of public speaking. A train carrying hundreds of thousands of tons of KY jelly derails and spills, and children from a nearby kindergarten who play in the jelly get stuck and drown as it coagulates in winter sub-zero temperatures. To the hardness of rock, too hard to retrieve the children's corpses, which remain frozen in place, like floating graves to be visited by bereaved parents, come to see their children encased like mosquitoes in amber in personal lubricant. Faces bearing anguished, drowning expressions, and I think that represents my sense of inadequacy growing up the youngest in my family. While riding in a taxi cab on my way back from the airport, I recognized the cab driver as my neighbor, whom I teased for being fat as a child. But then I remembered he killed himself at the end of high school, so he couldn't be the cab driver, who starts telling me he can no longer enjoy playing poker with his pals because the weight loss drug he's on makes him risk averse. He explains as he keeps swiveling his head back to talk to me, taking his eyes off the road, then swerving and accelerating and braking at random. And I think that represents travel anxiety about my upcoming trip. This next one, I was at a bed and breakfast in Mexico for my friend's wedding, so this is inspired by that. Fever dream at Grana BB in Oaxaca, Mexico. A California King mattress becomes a stage, complete with sets and props, changing scene to scene. In one scene, the hotel staff breaks away the walls of my room, rearranging it into an art gallery. I wander the exhibits, glancing at a painting here or interacting with an installation there, pausing just long enough to look like I'm digesting the artwork, pretending like I don't just want my room back. I feign interest in a conversation with a pretentious art student in a beret, droning on and on about the artist residency that inspired the piece he's standing next to, like him existing only in my fevered skull. This last poem is inspired by dog sitting Liz's dog. Yeah. Yes, this is a true story. This is called Shitbag. Getting old is no fun, said the woman, while I waited for a dog I was sitting for a friend to shit. At first I thought the woman meant she wished she could bend. down to pet the dog whose paint bristled brush fur resembled dead patches of on a sickly field of grass. And I remembered that this little dog I was sitting was ancient. And maybe the woman recognized something of herself in the geriatric mutt. Getting old was no fun for my dad, certainly. A paint bristle brush bleached by cancer. His sanity cracked, dried from turpentine chemo. We forgot to tell you, he said, one of the last times he was lucid. The cat died.
Aww.
Our cat from when I was a kid. He kept shitting and pissing everywhere, he said. I was annoyed. What the hell are you doing? I yelled. But one day, I couldn't help it and made a mess myself, which was when I realized the cat couldn't help it either. He was like me. I said to the cat, you are also dying, then cleaned up his mess. And the cat became a sack of skin and bones, like how my father would go on to look from malnutrition. At the end, he resembled a mummy, shrunken and leathery. Yet he was awake, his eyes wet and wide with wonder. I look at this old lady of a dog and think, one day someone will have to clean up my piss and shit. I hope in exchange I can offer a better wisdom besides getting old is no fun. But I doubt it.
Woo!
It's the news. It's the news. It's a set of facts that you can use. It's the news. It's the news. All the top stories that we will choose.
All right. So several tourists from Germany and Canada have been detained in ICE immigration facilities for weeks without explanation. All of them were on tourist visas that had not yet expired or green card holders that weren't violating any rules.
This is out of control. Okay, my friend from Germany just flew here, and he said he had to sit in a confined space with no leg room, forced to eat lukewarm processed food while subjected to a screaming baby with no explanation.
Theory, that's just a normal flight.
Oh, sure, let's normalize it. A man has been arrested for driving his car onto the sidewalk and into protesters outside of a Tesla dealership. Since the election, protests worldwide against the company have grown, including incidences of violence in Seattle and Oregon.
The driver, Andrew Dutel, which if you go back a previous slide, I don't know if we can see him again. He looks like someone that would drive his car into a bunch of protesters. Yeah. Was arrested and charged with aggravated assault. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office said, thankfully no one was injured, but they would have if he had been driving a Tesla. So Russia has launched drone attacks just before scheduled peace talks. Russian drones sadly killed at least 7 people in Ukraine last night. The attacks, some of which were in Kyiv, came ahead of talks on Monday for ceasefire from these long-range attacks that would damage civilian infrastructure and energy facilities. When asked why he would attack Ukraine just one day before talks in Saudi Arabia, Putin said, I just wanted one for the road.
He just wanted one for the road.
Just one more time. So flights are resuming at Heathrow Airport after a total shutdown caused by a fire at an electrical substation, which led to a power outage. So Heathrow is one of the world's busiest flight hubs, and this closure is estimated to have impacted more than 1,300 flights and upwards of 145,000 passengers.
The shutdown has had such a huge impact. American airports are already producing a US version, which will have reduced sarcasm, broader comedy, and more episodes per season.
Are you talking about The Office theory?
No, I'm talking about the airport.
Okay.
Former heavyweight champion George Foreman has passed away at the age of 76.
Very sad. R.I.P. The
Foreman
legend.
famously fought Muhammad Ali in 1974 in the famous Rumble in the Jungle fight. In later years, he was known for his entrepreneurship and the George Foreman Grill.
Who had one? Yeah?
AKA the lean, mean, fat grilling machine often seen in infomercials.
Foreman's family said he died peacefully while being lowered onto a non-stick surface that cooked both sides of him evenly while allowing his fluid to drain out at every angle as to knock out the fat. R.I.P.
Yeah.
George Foreman.
Take that, obesity.
This was before Ozempic.
Yeah.
So NASA is making another pass at the sun.
Ooh.
The Parker Solar Probe made an initial pass back in December, which we covered here at the news, and data collected could be used to explain why the outer atmosphere is hundreds of times hotter than the sun's surface, which drives solar winds. The next pass will be the second of 3 planned encounters. Reached for comment, the Sun said that she was flattered but not looking for anything serious at the moment.
NASA, in response, blamed the sun and all stars, saying they're shallow, deceitful, manipulative, and only attracted to Chad planets. While NASA didn't choose to be an underfunded government agency that no one talks to. Afterwards, NASA, who lives in its parents' basement, went on Reddit to complain about how stars should go back to more traditional roles.
Thank you, everybody.
Liz Cahill.
All right. I'm going to read a poem that I wrote this week in Writers Group. Thank you, Noam, for being the host. The theme was friendship. My favorite icebreaker is climate change. It works, introducing yourself to strangers across age, sex, and location. Every connection is an ice crystal shaved on the tongue, an icicle to stab you in the heart, a cube in a tray waiting years to be popped, a block carved into a luge slips vodka into me. It lingers like a swan at a party, changing shape over time. It's whiskey in the park. I could always text back, after death, I'm left holding the other half. When all the ice breaks, will the heartbeat stop? Will water overwhelm the strings? The body's ambient music misting into tangent or a conversation abandoned or unopened. I still send you notes. Thank you. Lovely James Bartley.
Oh,
Give it up for James.
The song's about when you fall for someone, but really, since this is a good space, it's about, because I got, through a series of events, I ended up in a tantra retreat. And they told me not to fall in love and not take it seriously, but, you know, as a hopeless romantic, I did. And I really fell for this person, and it got really awkward when I kept confessing my love for her on the side, and it's about that. I did send it to her. She gave me a thumbs up emoji. Camera free, take me to a place that I never been. We can make you numb, let you live like this. Now everybody want me not to fall in love, but it doesn't really feel like we're making it up. These eyes don't feel the same. You're switching us around and it's breaking my heart. I only wanna be with Angela. Don't get attached, it's just practice. And if these lines are rehearsed, I'm gonna believe it. And if we're acting it out, it's gonna be intimate. Now I was grateful when you first sat down, and I'm in trouble but I'm making it out. You smiled, I thought we were the same. Now Now I believe in magic, I believe in love, but I want the kind of love that doesn't get fucked up. Don't tell me there's a problem if I want to protect. There's nothing wrong if it's a healthy attachment, and if these lines are rehearsed, I'm gonna believe it. And if we're acting it out, it's gonna be intimate. Thanks, everybody. I'm James Barley. I play in a band called Sunny Coda in New York. Thanks for having me. It's nice to be back.
Tantra.
Yeah.
I actually dated a tantric practitioner.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I realized at some point I really should be using a condom.
Otherwise, you might make another tantric practitioner.
Yeah.
Don't you want kids theory?
If you have a kid, it means you weren't following tantra.
EK Keith! Welcome, EK!
Hi, everybody. Here is an excerpt of a longer piece. Earth is cosmically number 3. Our Garden of Eden from which we've never been expelled, because paradise is a state of mind, and our only sin is how we treat each other when that hurts. We've been counting years, but time makes myth of both history and science. So I try to think clearly about what it means to be home. I belong here on Earth, where the breathing is easy, where revolution is just something our planet does. The dirt under my nails is stardust. Thank you all. Thank you all for this beautiful open mic.
Tifa Love!
Yo, kick a dope verse, don't rehearse. You know your worth, just do that work. Yeah, even if it fucking hurts. Yeah, you gotta do the work. And you know you saw that fucking surgeon. And then while you're lurching, urgent, try to make it urgent. Urgency is the name of the game. Like, yo, who the fuck will free the felons? I just want to make friends and then point at my friends. Oh, Ellen, yo, back there, I know you be the friend then. Yeah, coming decentered at the open mic. Like, what the fuck is right? I don't right my wrongs in my songs all along. I do it strong till I am rumbling around with a thong. Yeah, that's me. I am gonna grow up and then show up. No up, blow up. You know I am here and then I go, yup, yup. Yup, yup, like I kick it like Chung Lee. You be here, I'm fucking hungry. I need to get fed, fuck those feds and fuck that government in the head. I am over it. I am soldier shit, cause I sold her shit. She was fucking over it. I'm me, yeah, not a little minuscule me, mini me. This is me in eternity, coming through infinitely, cutting through the wormhole. This is me, I know I am gonna go and fuck up in your bunghole like Ant-Man, yo, in your Thanos, fuck you. And then you know, yo, no trick round that world like I'm Yo-Yo Ma. That's why I am fucking your ma. And then suck her tongue like a Dalai Dalai Lama. Yeah, I'm here, I'm doing it for the drama. That's me with the drama mean, and then go through and drama duh. That's so mean is clean. Yeah, how much time I got left? I know I put it in a box to the left, cause I'm over it. I'm over the death. You can take it. I don't need that shit. I'm over it. Fuck yeah, I gotta let it out. I'm like, fuck yeah, oh. On a Sunday night, I gotta make it right. I gotta make it right in my life. I gotta do it for the honor. Gotta honor my old mama and my daddy, cause he's getting old to retirement. He can't take me on a trip that's tiresome. Yeah, I can't get a fucking passport, cause if I do, I won't be able to report back into this country, cause it's over. And I know they're just gonna fucking hunt me, but I know I make my songs all along. I'm strong, I'm doing it. I'm gonna do no wrong, that's me. I'm drunk to the love, I'm over it. I'm enough T for love. Thank you.
Zoellen! Give it up for Zoellen.
So, hello, this is a brief confessional, because, the open mic Sunday, it's like church. What is it? We got... it's on Sunday. You're expected to dress nice, and everyone here dresses nice. We all did a great job. Thank you. We don't really know who God is because we can never agree on what the prophet looks like. The hosts change their names and ethnicities and genders every week, it seems like. There's singing, there's confessionals, there's pews. Y'all are sitting in them. The U.S. government involved itself because we're a nonprofit. There's holy water, tea. We reshape the news to fit our agenda, which is making people laugh. It builds community, and there's writers group, like those Wednesday things that are kind of like those Wednesday services that the really devoted people go to. I bring this up because it's a great way to get away with saying I have a religious event every Sunday. That means employers can't schedule me or force me to go to Zooms when I'm trying to perform. And then they see me as upstanding or holy or some bullshit, and I get an offer. Things are getting good at your job when you start to have IBS because you're anxious about your mask falling off and thus losing your job. You're anxious about your mask melting off, getting clocked as neurodivergent and 19 by the same group of teenagers, and not sure whether you're insulted or honored because they thought you were not a normal 25-year-old girl. I'll take having teens throw the R slur at me if I can prove them wrong, and they're affirming in the same breath that my fine lines aren't that bad. Yet. At least I didn't say that in front of my manager, because when they asked me if I was the big A word, I proudly said yes, because damn it, I am proud. I'm proud I made it this far in life. I have a driver's license, I have friends, I've had a boyfriend, I've even had a girlfriend. I'm great at public speaking. I smile easily because I'm cute now. I easily passed the don't do Nazi salutes test. I even bagged a customer service job. And now it's just a matter of how long I can keep it before they find out I'm a complete weirdo. Unfortunately, they've already seen my trust issues from past traumatic experience, but I can blame that on my moon being in Scorpio. They've also seen my frustration with last-minute schedule changes, but to be fair, the manager is 20 years old. Respect your eldest, son. This was a teaching moment. They've seen my adherence to social scripts, but that's part of the job, so jury's out on the problematic of that one. Also, bro loved my Oscar-worthy performance. Look at all these fucking Oscars.
I like the ADHD one.
Lil bro called me sharp as I talked up my songs I haven't even released yet because people keep inviting me to stuff, and of course I'm going to try and go, but then I near burnout when I get home. And my cat had business. But I looked at Mom, I'll zoom into the camera and stuff, and I said, I haven't always been this sharp, and that's what got it. And told a classic story about growing up fat and shy and awkward, and I still have moments of being of well-rounded shape, reserved, and socially complex. But society generally accepts those first two now. And as Fall Out Boy said in their now relatable album about trying to deal with newfound success, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. My special interest is smart-assery son, proving haters wrong, and doing what I want rising. This has been Weekly Confessional. Thank you. How am I doing on time? Thank you.
Amen, Close us out, Lord Makamenis.
I know you miss me. Me too. Say bitch, fuck you. Say bitch, fuck you. Fuck you. I know you miss me. Me too. I'm kicking real shit, hit a spliff, and I might trick off a real bitch. Fuck not calling you names. I fucking hate you. Take back my date too. I fucking made you. No, you created you. But I'm a stencil, I'm a rose and a crown. Now I'm sipping crown with a rose hue. Rose hue. I recommence abuse, use and deceit. Everybody touching me took a piece of me and left me empty. I know you miss me. Say nigga, me too. Bitch, fuck you. I don't know what pussy nigga shit. Just be grateful that I'm able to see past my demons. Seeking reason not to toe tag you in cold blood. I need no hugs, slugs on the motherfuckers. Wishing ill on me. I'm sick like vaccines and obscene wishes. On deathbeds, bitch, give me head and then repeat. Flee the scene of who you are to who you could be. Sit and wait for nothing. Strip you clean just to give me a bit of something. A little substance. Slide up in her mighty strong. Slide about her mighty quick. Got my rides feeling mighty lifted. Kiss me cause I'm gifted. Don't leave me when I'm wrong, but if you do, don't turn around. I know you miss me. I know you miss me. Say nigga, me too. Say nigga, me too. Fuck you. So bitch, fuck you. I'm getting lifted by the wind and the windiness. Alpha and Omega test. Clean your linen, speeding for a miracle. Really though, I'm guarding gates for God's sake. Take a second to think about the man of fate you can't escape. You really fucked up bothering the gatekeeper. Really, why pray when your ass got a fate? Go manifest your ass straight to where you supposed to be.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Wow.
We did it.
We did it. It's been another open mic,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Oh, we got it all. So come and make your call at the open mic.